Hi everyone and welcome back to the MadTechTalk. So within this video, I'm going to review actually the best budget camera, which I think is actually something of the top still when it comes to the quality for the value. So today we'll talk about the ZV-E10 Sony camera, and this is actually the camera that came out in 2022. But don't get mistaken, like it feels old because it's 3 years old, but actually it is something which is, I think, the best when you want to transition going from the phone or maybe some other cameras which you're using to professional camera with a lens. And mainly because this camera actually costs around $600-700 plus a lens. Sometimes you can get it for like 800 with a lens, and I think for everyone who's starting, this is kind of a game changer. So I'm gonna do today a proper review, as I'm actually transitioning right now to that camera, and I want to start recording even more professional videos. As you realize on the channel, I'm putting a lot of new gadgets, a lot of new stuff, and I decided this is the time. So obviously I'm actually doing an unboxing with you, so to show you what's exactly in the box, so you can see like what's Sony giving you. We're putting that on the side, and let's dig into that. This is just a short unboxing, and then we're gonna dig into that features. So I can see that there are some warranties and some documents for it, which is cool. All right, we're gonna need it later. So I bought the ZV-E10 for a few reasons. The first one obviously is that this is a camera which has an interchangeable lens, and this is a key thing because I was considering either to buy a ZV-1 to ZV-E10, and I realized that the ZV-1 would actually make the job for me, but the ZV-E10 allows me to scale and grow as a YouTuber. And especially if you're maybe doing some vlogs or you want to record some more stuff in the future, you want different angles, you want to expand your shot, make a more wide shot, this is the camera that can grow with you. So let's dig into that. And obviously I'm gonna start with accessories, and you can see actually what's in the box right here. So we have the batteries, pretty cool. What's here? Ah, that's the microphone cover. Right here. You can see it here, microphone cover. Okay, putting on the side. And then we have obviously, this is the strap, makes sense. And the USB-C to USB-A cable. So this makes sense because we do need that to connect it later. And now, the time has come. This is actually the boy that I wanted to see. Hello, hello. Welcome ZV-E10, This is the camera which kind of, I was doing a lot of research about it, and I wanted to see actually which one is the best, and it came out that this camera is actually the best on the market for a budget, because you can go to get it, as I mentioned, for around 600 to 700 bucks for sometimes cheaper if it's on a deal. But I like it because it kind of allows you to join the world of recording on a really good budget. So you can actually see it here as well. So the cool thing which I liked about this camera, and it was kind of like the beginning for me, is that the lenses are actually interchangeable. So that means I can swap this lens for any other lens, and it allows me to grow as a YouTuber. So this is a very important thing for me, because if I'm starting the journey with professional cameras, I want to make sure that I can actually grow, and this is a cool thing for the ZV-E10. This camera has a 24 megapixel sensor, which allows you also to record RAW. And for those of you who don't know it, with time you realize it's actually a pretty cool thing. It has the color science, which has the also various profiles, which makes those kind of body shots, if you record in different lighting, natural, and you can actually adjust it, which I think it's a pretty cool with testing, because I was testing some stuff before and seeing a lot of reviews about it. The thing which for me was very important, obviously it records in 4K, but what it does, it actually has the 6K sensor which downscales to 4K, which makes that quality crisp and nice. And I think, you know, this is something which, for those of you who are recording right now, 4K becomes a standard for especially vlogging and the YouTube videos. The second thing is the reliable autofocus. So I saw that you can easily focus that camera and make it kind of very nice and decent image. It has a built-in decent microphone, but also gonna do a review of a separate microphone with a separate video, because I want to test out some cool one which I also bought. And one thing which for me was a big one, it has a side screen. So it actually, this one pops out. And you can see here that, you know, this side screen actually allows you to kind of rotate, and you can see either yourself right here, or you can rotate and see on the back. That depends on which kind of way you're recording. And I think this is a very, very cool feature for everyone who is, you know, doing some photography and you want to maybe record something like that and just go and, you know, record something and see it right here. This is a pretty cool feature and I very much wanted to have it. Obviously it has a HDMI out, which allows you to connect directly to the computer as well, and I think you can also connect it through USB-C to stream and, for example, use OBS for streaming or recording, and I think that's pretty great feature. And obviously, you know, the last one, which I mentioned already so many times, is those mounts. This is the big one, because if you want to, you know, grow, and you know, I think that's a cool thing, because if you're buying a camera, and if you're buying a camera that it's something to expand your business, or maybe start vlogging, or maybe you want to expand your, you know, YouTube journey, this is I think the best camera on the market for a budget. Because obviously we saw that Sony already released the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. But, well, I'll be honest with you, that's just a name, because actually it's a brand new camera, but they're actually using the branding of a ZV-E10, mainly because this camera, it's I think a bestseller when it comes to the budget cameras. And I think it's a great for everyone who is starting the journey. And I think what I'm gonna do as well, I'm gonna do a bit of more reviews, and you're gonna see from now on more videos recorded on that camera, which you know, makes it a huge difference for a general public. So honestly, I'm just testing out the Sony ZV-E10 with the built-in lens, and honestly, for the footage, it actually looks decent. I use the settings to actually set it up on the kind of a vlogging on the YouTube style, so you can actually see me here and have slightly background and stuff kind of blurred, which is kind of giving that easy effect, so the lights are slightly blurred out. And even if I drop the light a bit, so it actually gets darker, and with that it actually creates a pretty cool image. And I think this is something which is very awesome within that camera. So what I think about it? I think it's cool. I think it's the camera that actually allows people to expand from, you know, the basics of using a phone, because if you're starting, maybe you started using the phone and maybe you record with your, you know, iPhone or your Android, and you realize that the quality is okay, but I would like something better. And I think this is a great transition to do that. That's exactly what I did. I started using phones. I recorded a lot on my first iPhone, then my Xiaomi, and then I decided, well, this is the time for a change. And yeah, I'm very excited that it actually happens. So this is it from me, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. This is just, as you can see, a very real review, as I kind of go in a very natural style compared to other YouTubers. And let me know what you think. Let me know what cameras are you actually using or thinking of buying. Is any questions you have for those ones, I'm happy to answer. And see you in the next video. Take care!
MadTechTalk, tech so fly, breaking down gear, let's amplify. Sub like, don't miss a thing. Tech reviews with a little bling. We out for now, but stay tuned. More fire tech is dropping soon.